Welcome back, everybody. I'm Edward Bilder, and I'm back today with updates because the SBA replied on the 4506T and the new process. I've got your answers right here. I'm going to cover the ACH Transfer Errors, loan speed for reconsideration, and new applicants. I'm going to cover questions around the $2 million loan cap increases and the removal of the 4506T. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, so please stay to the end of the video. And before we do get into it, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Share this with all of your friends and colleagues to tune in daily to get yourself those updates on small business and the economy. And along the way, learn secrets to earning and generating new forms of wealth. Some of my big secrets on how I make money appear in my bank account while I'm sleeping. Each and every morning, I see more money appear. You can rush up to the description right now and check out my crash course on Airbnb, how I use real estate to do this. It is on a sale right now. I want as many as people as possible to have access to this program so you can start changing your lives today. So rush up to the description and grab that course. And remember, if you'd like to learn how you could partner with me, find me on Instagram and ask about my Zoom calls. Okay, I'm going to get into your updates here around EIDL, the grants, and the loans. And I want to start out with ACH transfer errors because I'm hearing something that I don't really like to hear right now, okay? Now, I am waiting for some more details on this. I've had some back and forth with the loan officers and some members inside the legal team answering some questions as to what is going on with the ACH error transfers. Now, this has been going on for several of you for 20 plus weeks. You're still waiting on your supplemental or your targeted advance grants because it was sent to, say, a Chime Bank or an App Bank, and it was rejected and sent back to the SBA, and it's been stuck in limbo. What I'm hearing here, and this is not officially confirmed yet, but some of the loan officers that I'm talking to and the legal department are suggesting that a full reset of the application would be the best method to get this processed. I know this is so chaotic to hear. I am waiting to see exactly what they're going to tell us to do here next, because I know yourself that you don't necessarily want to go through a full reset of the application process. This is just so overwhelming already that you've been approved for the grants, the supplemental and targeted advance grants, and now to have to reset the application process and start all over again to get this moving just sounds a bit crazy to me, okay? So if you have not done so already, reach out for congressional support on this. We're seeing that congressional support can help you get this processed much faster. Look at your state or look at your neighboring states, senators and representatives' websites to find the EIDL loan processing assistance, and you'll get a member of their team calling you, asking you to sign the release and get this process moving. Once the congressional support reaches out to the SBA, you get responses within 24 hours and start to see your ACH transfers moving again. Now, I don't know why they're saying a full reset of the application is the way to go here, because we do see congressional support does help get this done. I don't know if they're doing some kind of loophole on this to get this to move or what exactly is happening here, but stay tuned for more updates on that, all right? I want to switch over and I want to talk about speed inside of the reconsideration process and the new application process, because we know that loans have been processed over the last week, averaging around $7 to $8 billion. And this is essentially 5x from where it was a month ago under the new capital access team, all right? So they are definitely picking up speed and momentum here. And I asked the question to the loan officers as to why we're seeing this happen so fast. Is there truly automations inside the system that are moving the previous applicants across and also moving everybody over to the reconsideration process? And the answer was yes and no, okay? The overall process for the original EIDL, if you've gone in and requested the loan increase, the only thing right now that is automated is the original loan application process. Anybody out there seeking the loans for the first time or seeking the modifications for the first time, they are not seeing any adjustments to their portals to find those new forms that we're seeing in the automated process for the $500,000 up to the $2 million loan increase caps. Remember, there was this introduction of new forms, new tax statements found are being asked for. And right now we're finding that only the $2 million loan cap increase has more automations inside the process. If you go into your portals today for the first time and request the loan modification, it will look nearly identical to the previous version of this. and does not look identical to the $500,000 up to $2 million loan cap increases, which means right now that the only new automations that are coming out are for the $500K up to the $2 million. And this is things around the board resolution, listing out your real estate, the information for the personal guarantees. Now, if you submitted board resolutions in the less than $500,000 or your hazard insurance, all of that information will not be automated. It will go through a manual review. But remember not to worry, because there is a 30-day priority set for the reconsideration process and all the new loan applicants under $500,000 to process them in a priority. They will not start with the $500,000 up to $2 million loan cap increases until October 9th. Now, some of you are indicating that you're seeing things happen inside of your portals if you did apply for greater than $500,000. You're seeing things where it changes from accepted to review, and some of you are even seeing the words error show up. We're going to talk about what those errors mean here in just a moment. But the message right now is that you're not officially in the review process with an actual person who could grant this loan. You are currently being processed by automations. Now, while I'm still talking about the $2 million, I also reached out to the loan officers asking the question around real estate collateral, because we do see that new form requesting the list of all of our real estate collateral. They specified that this does in fact mean business real estate collateral. Now, of course, if you are a Schedule C filer and you're filing under your personal taxes as a sole proprietor, these things can overlap because you may have a home-based business, which this could mean, in fact, that your home will be listed as the collateral, and perhaps maybe have rental properties, anything else you might possibly have will be listed as that collateral. Now, many of you also have indicated that yes, you are running businesses out of leased spaces, commercial real estate, and so you do not necessarily have business collateral, real estate business collateral. Right now, the position with the SBA is that they are seeking real estate as the collateral. I'm not hearing that they'll accept equipment at this point in time for anything greater than $500,000. Now, I did also ask the question, is this only for the balance greater than $500,000? Because we know that you can get these loans without having to put up real estate collateral if you're under $500K. So is the question that you only need to come up with $1.5 million or the balance over the $500,000? When I asked that question, I got a bit of a short answer, because it seems that the loan officers, the underwriters, and even the legal team do not necessarily know the answer to this yet. They're waiting for more clarity from their bosses to really figure out what this is. And we won't probably have these answers until we get closer till October 9th, when they finally start processing these things and having to get much more expedited results and answers. Because again, we're inside of automations right now, and they're not really focusing on the $500,000 up to the $2 million. So stay tuned for more updates around that. All right, I want to switch over to what's happening with the 4506T. So many are asking the question, is this officially being removed? Because we know that there are some requests coming from loan officers asking for stamped copies from the IRS. I know everybody tunes into the channel here and says it's nearly impossible to get stamped copies from the IRS. You have to physically go to their location, and you have to be very convincing of them to put that date stamped of when it was received in order to get those stamped copies. But I want to point out something here that happened. As we're seeing people upload the $500,000 up to $2 million, as they upload inside the section that says tax statements. Originally, everybody's believing that you could just simply upload your tax statements. But when you do that, you actually find an error occurs. It turns red and an error occurs, and it doesn't turn to the review process. People are then now removing the tax statements and applying the free copy of the 4506T transcript that you could get yourself. They are then inserting that into the tax statement section and finding it turning into review. So this is telling me that a automation is not looking at the tax statements, but they are looking to review the 4506T. So it does not appear at this time that the 4506T requirement is being removed from this process. Now, I do still urge the SBA that they should remove this process and migrate over to the 7A process, where the IRS will be requested the 4506T, and if they do not reply within 10 days with the 4506T transcript, that the SBA can move forward with processing the loans and allow 6 months for the IRS to catch up with sending the 4506T over. This would certainly speed things up for everybody inside the process and would truly help everybody who is stuck in the IRS backlog, who really need to see these funds in order to keep their businesses alive. So I continue to press for this, and I continue to urge that the SBA remove the 4506T upfront requirement and start to follow the 7A process. I thank you all for tuning in for another video today, and remember to like and subscribe to the channel so you get your daily updates on small business and the economy. Check out my upcoming video here later today where I'll be talking about the housing crisis and some sneaky business that's happening with inside of many of the cities across the country right now, trying to get a piece of the real estate share. I've got some big details around this as well, so tune in later for a video today. It's going to really be eye-opening for many of you out there right now inside this housing crisis. And if you'd like to continue to support the channel, remember to check out my crash course found in the description, using Airbnb to get into the real estate game with a $50 bill, cash flow in 3 business days, earning an extra $5,000 to $10,000 each and every month. You don't have to own the real estate to do this. There's really no major credit checks to get this done. And when you want to scale the process up, you simply repeat the process over and over again and scale and grow to as large as you wish. That crash course is found on sale right now in the description. I want to give as many individuals as possible access to this so you guys can start changing your lives today. So that sale will go on for a few more days. Rush up to the description and grab it. And remember, if you'd like to learn how you could partner with me in my current B&Bs, find me on Instagram and ask about my Zoom calls Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, I have a B&B bootcamp coming out in 1.5 weeks. Get on the list by finding me on Instagram and asking about my B&B Bootcamp, where you can have personal access to me, where I will help you start and grow that B&B business and really start changing your futures. That's going to do it for today, folks. I wish you all the best, and I will catch you all on the next one. Bye for now.